In 1959, deep in the icy wilderness of Soviet Russia, 9 experienced hikers vanished without explanation. What rescuers found weeks later would shock the world. A tent, slashed open from the inside. Bodies, scattered across the snow. Some in socks. Some barefoot. Some with crushed bones, but no external wounds. One missing a tongue. Another with empty eye sockets. This is the Dyatlov Pass Incident. And to this day, no one knows exactly what happened. The group consisted of students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnical Institute. Led by Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student. They were all highly experienced hikers, familiar with the brutal Siberian environment. The plan: a 300-kilometer ski trek through the Ural Mountains. Challenging, but nothing this group couldn't handle. They set out in late January 1959. Everything was going as planned. Their last known photograph shows them smiling. Setting up camp at the base of a mountain the Mansi people call Kholat Syakal. It means, Mountain of the Dead. They never returned. When search parties found their abandoned tent weeks later, it was half buried in snow. Ripped open from the inside. As if they had fled something, in panic. No signs of a struggle. Their clothes and gear were left behind. Who runs into -30-degree temperatures, without shoes? The first bodies were found 1.5 kilometers from the tent. Frozen, near a tree line. 2 were found in their underwear, next to a burned tree. Suggesting they tried to light a fire. 3 more were found along the path back to the tent. They had succumbed to the cold, or something else. It took over 2 months to find the remaining 4 hikers. They were buried deeper in the forest, under several feet of snow. These bodies showed horrific injuries. Crushed ribs. Shattered skulls. But strangely, no external trauma. No bruising. No cuts. Forensic experts compared it to the force of a car crash. Yet there were no signs of a fight. No avalanche debris. And no footprints of anyone, or anything, other than the group. One woman, Lyudmila Dubanina, was missing her eyes and tongue. Others had burnt skin. Some wore scraps of other hikers' clothing, perhaps stripped from the dead in desperation. Stranger still, their clothing was found to be radioactive. The official Soviet investigation was brief. The cause of death? An unknown compelling force. Then, the case was sealed. So what really happened that night in Dyatlov Pass? Theory 1. Avalanche. Some believe the hikers triggered a small slab avalanche. It may have collapsed part of the tent. Panicking, they fled into the dark and cold. Some tried to return, others got lost. But critics argue the slope wasn't steep enough. And the tent was still standing when found. Theory 2. Military testing. Some say the area was a secret Soviet weapons zone. Could the hikers have stumbled into a chemical or parachute mine test? The injuries match shockwave damage. And the radiation? Possibly from military equipment. Locals reported strange orange orbs in the sky that night. Could these have been flares? Missiles? Something else? Theory 3. Infrasound. Wind patterns in the mountains can generate low-frequency sound waves. Infrasound can trigger feelings of panic, nausea, and disorientation. Some scientists believe this may have caused the group to flee irrationally. Theory 4. Paranormal. Some go further, suggesting yetis, aliens, or even government cover-ups. But there's no solid evidence of creatures or UFOs. Just silence and questions. In 2019, 60 years later, Russian officials reopened the case. This time, they concluded it was an avalanche after all. But this explanation hasn't convinced everyone. Especially not the families. There are still too many inconsistencies. Why was the tent cut from the inside? Why no snow damage around it? Why the bizarre injuries? Why the radiation? Even today, adventurers visit Dyatlov Pass to feel the mystery firsthand. But conditions remain dangerous. Temperatures still drop below freezing. And in 2021, a group of tourists died in the area, rekindling the legend. The Dyatlov Pass Incident remains one of the greatest cold case mysteries of the 20th century. 9 young lives lost. No clear answers. Only theories and shadows in the snow. Did they run from a natural disaster? A man-made weapon? Or something we'll never understand? One thing is certain: the mountains hold their secrets. And some mysteries were never meant to be solved. Subscribe for more true mystery documentaries, cold cases, and chilling unsolved events.